Hello everyone and welcome to The Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Vorse. With so much swirling around in the culture these days about homosexuality, from the military policy to same-sex marriage to gay adoption, it's always good to think about this topic from a Catholic mind, a Catholic point of view. We all know the Church's teaching. This vortex is more about a spirituality that needs to be seen with regard to homosexuality. For the man or woman who discovers this about themselves, the reaction must range from bewilderment to sadness to anger. The feelings of different from everyone else that every person feels from time to time, and sometimes even frequently, must reach a level of intensity that those who do not suffer from this could not likely understand. This is the first and foremost source of compassion that we must always feel and exhibit toward our fellow dignified humans who have this cross of self-doubt, difference, a future racked with uncertainty. We're talking in the first place here of a difference in degree from everyone else. While heterosexual youths and singles experience anxiety over their future romances and mates, the person with homosexual inclinations feels them even more acutely and intensely, never really able to see any hope whatsoever down the road. For the Catholic who has this cross and desires to follow the Church, the suffering is also of a sort that is beyond understanding for non-homosexual persons. A lonely heterosexual Catholic, either divorced or single, who wants to be married is in a completely different category than a homosexual faithful Catholic who simply cannot get married because he or she desires the same level of intimacy but cannot even entertain it. This is a cross that has little by way of comparison, and, seen with the Catholic mind, it also means that this person, made in the image of God, is more intensely loved by God than most others. It is a long-standing tradition in the Church that there are such people as victim souls, those who suffer in a way more exacting than most of the rest of us. Their sufferings are usually seen in a physical context, and that is true, but there are others whose sufferings remain largely hidden from our eyes. We need only recall what has been revealed since her death about the pains that filled up and overflowed from the soul of Blessed Mother Teresa. St. John of the Cross lived his dark night of the soul hidden from the view of nearly all. And of course, the sorrows of our Blessed Mother were beyond compare. And could any human lay claim to being more loved by God than her? So what is the aim of this intensity of suffering? What it has always been, the salvation of souls. It is modeled after the crucifixion. It is a scourge laid on those who suffer with loneliness of never really feeling that they are like everyone else. This is true. The person who suffers from the cross of homosexuality is not like most other people. They are buffeted from not only external temptations and constant reminders of their difference by news and media stories, but they also undergo the internal, quiet pain of knowing that in many cases, this is simply their lot. To the homosexual Catholic who accepts his cross, he sees laid out before him the long path to Calvary and realizes that he has only now begun to climb. So he is different. He must approach life from an entirely different aspect than most others, that of the victim's soul. He is different. He is a treasure beyond compare to the God who brought him forth and crafted this cross for him through the circumstances of a fallen, sinful world. He is different. His cross, if accepted, unlike that of many other people's crosses, will draw countless souls to Christ, countless more souls to Christ. The heavier the cross, the more burdensome, the greater the glory realized. We celebrate this truth in raising martyrs to the honors of the altar. Greater love hath no man than this, that he lay down his life for a friend. For the faithful Catholic with the cross of homosexuality, he or she lays down their life every day for their friends. I do not know, but I suspect at some point in their lives, many such souls actually come to the intuition that God has specially chosen them to be instruments of salvation like few others have been chosen. And as a result, they actually glory in their cross. In the Catholic mind, amidst the suffering of the cross, there is also a twofold joy. the knowledge that you are working out your own salvation, and you get to cooperate with our blessed Lord in leading many other souls to heaven in your wake. God bless you. I'm Michael Voris.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber. Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.